Well, this is sufficiently awkward.
Boy, you're telling me.
So, I asked my Facebook friends what I should rant about. I told them I was starting this new channel called This is Awkward. The channel's living up to its name. This is very, very awkward.
Not as awkward as it's gonna get.
And I got some responses. Talk about the legalization of marijuana in the state of Florida. Great thing to rant about. I love it.
No, it's not.
I got another response saying, state of the world. Great thing to rant about.
Again, no, it's not.
I could rant about that all day. Gonna do it eventually.
Please don't.
Gotta educate myself a little bit more so I don't come off like an idiot.
Too late.
I also got talk about Marvel movies, Spider-Man and Wolverine not being in the Avengers. Once again, great thing to rant about. I love Marvel movies, and I'm also very upset that Spider-Man is not in the Avengers yet. But
Has she qualified herself as an acceptable female, as a Newalt gentleman so far with her obvious love of comic books and comic book related media? Is that compensating enough for her physical shortcomings? Is it? Yet? I'm just wondering. Newalt.
But today, I kind of wanted to talk about something that has kind of just popped up in the news. Hashtag yes all women.
Okay, so in all honesty, I downloaded this like 2-3 months ago and was in the middle of getting around to it when some other crazy stuff happened because I'm still dealing with insanity. I'm surprised my subscriber base increased by 50% while I was gone, and unfortunately I think again some drama went down while I was gone, but I'm just gonna finish this up because I so wanted to address this girl. So give me a break.
One of the coolest things that has ever happened on Twitter since I've been on Twitter, and I've been on Twitter for a very long time, since
I doubt that.
my senior year of high school, which was about 5 years ago. 4 years ago. 4 years ago. I was a senior in high school 4 years ago. Not that old.
4 years on Twitter? Wow, that is impressive. You must have written hundreds of words.
Yet. It was brought about by responses to the shooting in California.
Can you narrow it down a bit? I mean, there are so many.
The shooting in California is one of the most tragic things that I have ever witnessed.
2 things. 1, you didn't witness it. 2, if the shooting in California is one of the most tragic things you've heard of in your short 22 years of life, then wow, hold on to your hat, girl, because life's got some shit for you.
Become a news headline. In the wake of this tragedy, in the wake of the chaos and the insane amount of focus our society has been putting on it, I think something really good has come out of it.
Okay, I can't wait to hear what this is.
And that is the hashtag on Twitter.
Oh, fail! Fail! Oh, now Emma's sad.
Hashtag yes all women is one of the coolest ways that women have had the ability to voice their experiences.
No, it's not.
Every one of them are true.
No, they're not.
And they're not over-exaggerations at all.
I doubt that you're claiming women don't engage in hyperbole or exaggerate. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I've experienced most of them.
I doubt this, too.
I remember getting a text the night that it got really big on Twitter from my friend in Los Angeles, and she texted me and she was like, go on Twitter, look up hashtag yes all women, do it.
Spin, hamster, spin!
I was like, okay.
Good hamster. That's a good little hamster.
I just got home from work, and I laid in my bed, and I somehow balanced my phone above my head, and
She demonstrates the superior athletic prowess so many feminists talk about.
and read all of these women's experiences. Holy shit. It was amazing. That is the best thing that I can use to describe what happened.
So, 3 years in college, and the best you can come up with is amazing. Amazing, young lady? Is that the best you can do, really? Must have to do with your love of Spider-Man. The amazing Spider-Man. I would have gone with maybe a gaggle of cackling cunts. A pride of pretentious bitches. Gossip hoarding groupies. I don't know. It's just off the top of my head.
I was so happy that all of these women felt enough power to
tweet, text, type, enough power to. I don't know much about electrical engineering or electrical physics. I don't know how much power you need to do it. I'm pretty sure you just need an internet connection and a battery.
voice every one of their experiences. It was great.
Great? Great? I'm not sure you're using that word correctly.
It was great for the whole feminist movement. It was great for equality. It is great. It's brilliant.
I wasn't sure if you were using great correctly, but I'm positive you're using brilliant wrong.
But some of the negative things that have come from hashtag yes all women. I've seen a lot of misogynist comments in response to hashtag yes all women.
Example, please.
I have seen men say, well, not all men are like that.
No malt. No malt. I like that. Malt.
You know, I know that. Like, shut up. We know. We understand.
Now here's the most interesting thing this young lady proposes. It's kind of the argument the majority of human men have against feminism. She says she understands. Oh, she speaks for all women. They understand that not all men are like that. Then it tells us to shut up. And I don't know, if you switch the genders, if you switch the roles, it would be men walking up to the feminists, as we have, and saying, we understand not all women are like that. What you need to do is shut up and stop nawalting me to death. I'm not sure if this is moral, ethical, legal, or philosophical, or social, but what she's arguing is oddly, like, I understand that the minority, this is her speaking, a woman, I understand that the majority of men are not like the minority. But what I want the majority of men to do to shut up and stop reminding me that the majority is not like the minority. And I want the majority of the men to be treated as if they are or could potentially be the minority. It's insulting on so many levels. And then the fact that she said, shut up. If a man treated a woman the way she pretends to treat men, he would be a misogynist. Whatever.
What we're doing is saying, this is what we have to deal with. We know all men aren't like that. But we have almost been conditioned to fear every man that we see.
And whose fault is that, young lady? Whose fault is that? What movement, what group of people forced a change in culture and society and laws that conditioned you to fear all men? I'll use another hashtag on Twitter to answer the question for you. Hashtag blame feminism.
That is the problem.
Bingo, you got it, you figured it out. Yes, feminism is the problem.
Us having these experiences is not the problem. It's a symptom of a problem. The problem is that...
Uh-oh, another one of these. It's a problem, but the problem hasn't surfaced until now. I'm going to love her describing and defining the problem.
We, first of all, view women as less than men in all facets of society. Every single one. Every industry.
Not the porn industry.
Every different community.
Not the people of Great Britain currently.
Everywhere. Women are less.
Smaller, yes. But what they lack in height, they make up for in weight, generally.
2, men are taught to dominate.
Okay, a few things here. 1, men are not taught to dominate. 2, I will not go into the long-ass lecture on the neurological and physiological effects of testosterone on the development of male and female mammals. Alright? You ever want to know the effects of testosterone even on female populations of mammals? Look at the hyena, girl. Look up the hyena. Women can be just as aggressive and dominant as men. They just don't have as much testosterone, generally speaking.
They are taught to be dominant over women. They are taught that they are dominant over women.
When one talks about dominance, one is talking about a social structure. At the very least, in a sexually reproducing species, you have 2 individuals, a male and a female. Generally speaking, in mammals, testosterone affects their development and leads to aggressive behavior, which leads to dominance. Estrogen leads to a non-aggressive behavior or submissive behavior to reinforce sexual behavior in an evolutionary sense. Women respond well to dominance, and men respond well to submissive. If you doubt that this is a male and female issue, if you think it is, if you doubt it's a hormonal issue, again, look at the hyena. Look at it. I mean, culture. These feminists think taught. Go to Africa. Go to the jungles of South America. If you think holding public schools and there's a goddamn curriculum.
And that if they don't exude their dominance, that they should just man up.
Even feminist scholars comment on this and laugh about it. I heard one lady giving a lecture about she's go to a man's committee meeting or a CEO's executive board meeting or whatever, and watch who calls who sir, watch who gets treated badly, watch who's waited on, who people have no patience for. Dominance. If men don't exude dominance, they either, these are the 2 things that will drive men to homicide, generally speaking. The 2 things most homicidal lunatics have in common are that they, 1, are unemployed, and 2, don't have access to sex from women primarily. So those are the 2 areas in which a man has to exude dominance. Now, generally speaking, in the old-timey times, you could be submissive to your boss at work. No woman was around. You ran no risk of losing sexual access because there's no woman around to see you taking shit at work. And you took shit at work so you could make money, so you could use the money to get the sex. Because essentially it's just a form of prostitution. Essentially it's just an exchange of property. Or you could be dominant at work, be the boss, and be a dick, right? And people talk about it, and no one will have sex with you outside. Or, ironically, see, this is where women screwed up. This is where feminists fail to address the issue. The men who are dominant at work and can still get money, generally the boss, guess what? He gets most of the pussy. What? Obviously, she has no consideration for any other human being that doesn't have a vagina.
This is a shameless plug.
I doubted you had any shame a long time ago, girl. But now I'm sure of it.
You should really watch the new documentary by the same company. I think it's Misrepresentation Project.
Surprise. She got it wrong. She got her own plug wrong. So she misrepresented her representation. It's funny. It's funny.
Whatever company did Misrepresentation is doing a documentary about boys and men in our society and how they are affected by things like man up. I guess what I'm trying to say in this long rant that I'm going on, which I can go on forever with,
Please don't.
is we need to listen to these experiences. We need to address the fact that we have a problem as a society.
Uh-oh. The problem surfaces again.
And the way we function and the way we treat individuals. And the first step to solving the problem
The problem that still hasn't been clearly identified
is by vocalizing that there is a problem. I will stand with the people that are vocalizing that there is a problem. There is a problem when the first thing my dad buys me when I go to college is pepper spray.
That asshole! Concerned for his own daughter's safety when he's not around to protect her. What a cock-sucking, misogynistic asshole.
There's a problem when I am catcalled at a bar.
You mean to tell me some guy found you physically attractive enough to make a bad pass at you? Man, what an asshole. I mean, he must have been drunk. Oh wait, that's right. He was.
There's a problem when I'm at work and a customer degrades me and treats me subservient because I'm a woman.
You were at work and a customer treated you as if you were subservient. Okay, I don't think that was because you were a woman. I think it's because you were an employee and he or she was a customer. Right? And I would reference you back to the earlier part of this very video. Yes, guess what? You take shit at work and you have to act subservient or submissive occasionally to get the money. Yeah. Hey, no one ever said life was going to be fun all the time.
There's a problem in this world when we victim blame people that are raped.
Tell me about it.
There's a problem in this world when feminism and the word feminist has become a dirty word to a lot of people.
I'm sure Nazis have the same complaint.
The topic isn't awkward.
I'm starting to feel a little awkward.
This video is awkward.
Oh good. I thought it was just me. Oh my god, is she about to cry? Is she about to cry?
The topic isn't awkward. What's awkward is me talking into a webcam by myself in my apartment.
Which would be made only more awkward if you were masturbating, like so many others do. I ain't got nothing for that. Yours truly, guys.